Now, on Good Morning Northwest, a bomb threat disrupts classes for more than 1,000 Cheney students and leaves parents struggling to explain the scare to young children. The latest on the investigation.
Gusty wind and a few storms are on the way today. Where they'll be as you plan out your day.
A federal court deals a major blow to President Trump's tariff plans. The ruling sends global markets soaring and leaves businesses scrambling. We'll tell you what this means for your finances. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Brandt.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, May 29th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray here with your first alert forecast.
All right, everybody. We've got a cold front that's moving through. It's a cold front, but it's not going to be all that chilly as we see temperatures still above average today. But the big thing that we're going to be watching are some spotty showers here around the inland Northwest. Let's take a look. First of all, temperatures right around 60 degrees for Spokane, for Coeur d'Alene, and the clouds starting to build already as this little system moves on through. Now, here's live radar. Let's show you what's going on in central Washington here finally. So some showers just moved through the Chelan, Wenatchee, and Leavenworth areas. We've got light sprinkles around Moses Lake, but overall, this is not much to write home about when it comes to meaningful rainfall. An inconvenient sprinkle is not much of nothing. There's that front again, and so as this tracks across the mountains later today, especially in our northern counties, we're going to be looking for at least a small rain chance. This is going to be pretty fast moving, but the most of what we're going to see is going to be some gusty winds, particularly in the afternoon. Those thunderstorm chances, as we heat up again, will be fairly isolated. And as we mentioned before, it's going to be cooler, but not necessarily cool. We've got more upper 80s in your extended forecast coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, Matt, thanks. Well, school is back in session today in Cheney despite a scare that caused the evacuation of 2 high schools. According to the Cheney police, the bomb threat came in yesterday as an anonymous tip online through the school district's website, targeting Cheney High School and Three Springs High School. Now, in the latest update we've received, police did not find any indication of a bomb on campus and said they don't believe that there's a threat to the school or the community. More than 1,700 students were released around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, with all buses in the school district delayed because of this evacuation. Betts Elementary, which is right next to Cheney High School, had parents or guardians pick up their students from inside the school at its scheduled release time. One parent shared her concerns about how to explain a situation like this to her 6-year-old.
I mean, it's terrible, right? Like, my kid's in kindergarten, and how do I explain to him that there's a bomb threat? Hopefully he doesn't quite understand, but I mean, that's a scary thing for a kid to go through.
All after-school activities were canceled at Three Springs High School. As we continue to learn more details about this, we'll post them on KXLY.com. And if you'd like to get information as soon as it happens, make sure to download our KXLY app to receive those push notifications.
A house fire earlier this week just outside Laclede in Bonner County quickly grew into a 7-acre wildfire, sending thick smoke over the area southwest of Sandpoint. Diesel and propane tanks on the property exploded, making the fire even more dangerous. Multiple fire crews, including the U.S. Forest Service, raced to contain the flames.
It was just massive, and I have never seen a fire that huge.
Fire agencies issued evacuation orders for nearby homes, but lifted them when crews got the fire under control. The Idaho Department of Land says crews are still mopping up hot spots. And one of the responding agencies to that fire, Selkirk Fire, is actively seeking volunteer firefighters as the fire season intensifies. It hopes to enhance service in rural areas, improve apparatus response, and support those pursuing a career in firefighting. To qualify, applicants must be at least 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, hold a valid driver's license with a good driving record, and pass both a background check and drug screening. Candidates must also complete an abilities test and undergo the interview and application processes. For more information, visit KXLY.com.
And a fire can break out at any moment. That's why it's important to make sure that your family and you are prepared. Experts say now is the perfect time to make sure you have a go bag ready to go. According to readyforwildfires.org, it should include a 3-day supply of food and water, a change of clothes, as well as important documents like your birth certificates and your passport. For more tips like this, head on over to KXLY.com/firewatch.
Several Venezuelan families in Spokane face an uncertain future. The Supreme Court cleared the way for the Trump administration to revoke temporary protected status for about 350,000 Venezuelans nationwide. Venezuelan immigrants in Spokane, including Maria Perez, could lose protections from deportation due to the recent Supreme Court decision. She left Venezuela for safety and has lived in Spokane for 3 years. Local nonprofit Manzanita House is helping dozens of families with legal support and resources. When we asked Maria what she was feeling, she chose to speak Spanish, so you will hear her words through a translator.
Es profunda tristeza.
The first thought is profound sadness. Us Venezuelans have been coming to this country to contribute to the country and do good deeds.
Some, like Maria, still have asylum applications pending, but many others don't. For now, families wait to see what happens next. And President Trump's tariff policy dealt a major blow in court.
A federal court blocked Trump's attempt to impose tariffs under emergency powers. It comes as Macy's now says that it will raise prices on some products. ABC's Perry Russum has a story.
Global financial markets surging higher after a federal court blocked President Trump's attempt to impose tariffs under emergency powers. The court striking down the president's use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to justify the tariffs. A group of states and businesses had sued, arguing Trump's claimed emergency is a figment of his own imagination. The administration vowing to appeal. Trump's trade policy has rattled markets and clouded economic forecasts.
Every few days, there's a new thing. So it's very hard to predict, although we're beginning to see a pattern, and the pattern is big demands, big threats, and then a postponement.
The latest buzzword on Wall Street is TACO, T-A-C-O, standing for Trump Always Chickens Out, reflecting skepticism Trump will follow through with his tariff threats. The president asked about the acronym yesterday after agreeing to delay tariffs on the European Union.
Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want. And we have an end date of July 9th. You call that chickening out?
Trump says his tariffs will bring back American jobs and reduce the trade deficit. General Motors CEO yesterday voicing her support in an interview with the Wall Street Journal.
For decades now, it has not been a level playing field for U.S. automakers globally with either tariffs or non-tariff trade barriers. So I think tariffs is one tool that the administration can use to level the playing field.
The tariffs causing some major American companies to slash their profit expectations. Macy's now joining the list with plans to selectively raise prices on some products. The court's ruling does not affect the tariffs on steel, aluminum, and imported cars. They were invoked using a different law. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
It's now just about 8 minutes after 6 o'clock.
We're checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we're kicking off our Thursday morning here. Warm outside.
Very warm. 60 degrees to start the day would be warm any month of the year, but certainly we are on a mild start. The clouds are rolling in. Wow. We will have a small chance for showers today. I'll show you when coming up.
And Elon Musk leaves his government efficiency post while facing pressure from Tesla investors. The demands shareholders are making and what it means for the company. That's coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
Great news! The Memorial Day savings have been extended one final week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands and limited-time hot buys so you can lock in low prices or pay over time with 5 years no-interest financing, no money down, no minimum purchase required. Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets all on sale. The clock is ticking and these Memorial Day savings end soon. This week at Walker's.
Fred's Appliance is veteran-founded and family-owned locally since 1962. Come check out what's in stock and on sale this Memorial Day, like the GE 2-in-1 washer and dryer. Save $700 on this unique and innovative appliance. Seamlessly wash and dry large loads without the need to transfer clothes between machines. Get added value with a free riser at the time of purchase. This exclusive Fred's Appliance offer won't last long. At Fred's, we have thousands of items in stock, making us the most convenient choice.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Triple play! Triple play!
Wow! Rob even makes two-pointers look cool!
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Triple play!
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
It is 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. It appears the Trump administration's feud with Harvard University is escalating.
Officials say the State Department is reviewing all visa holders affiliated with the Ivy League schools, not just the students. They did not say why the review was being conducted. The Trump administration previously moved to revoke Harvard's ability to enroll international students, but that was halted by a federal judge. These actions come as the Trump administration takes steps to deter international students from studying at U.S. universities.
United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced a new visa restriction policy. The restriction will apply to foreign nationals who censored free speech in the U.S. The restrictions may also cover certain family members. Rubio said it is unacceptable for foreign officials to issue or threaten arrest warrants on U.S. citizens or residents for social media posts.
The Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, is the latest university to scale back its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. MIT announced last week that it was shutting down its Institute Community and Equity Office. The university says it's not abandoning its efforts to ensure a diverse community. Instead, other departments on campus will be taking on the office's signature programs.
Elon Musk says his time leading the Department of Government Efficiency is coming to an end. According to the White House, the offboarding process happened last night. This comes as a group of Tesla investors is urging Musk to commit at least 40 hours a week to running the electric vehicle company. In a letter, the shareholders said Musk's undivided attention is needed to fix Tesla's sales and failing stock price.
10-second takeaway today in your forecast. The cold front is moving through, but it's not going to be that cold. We're still going to be staying warm for a few more days. We will see, however, a little bit of wind and some isolated thunder later today.
Summer is right around the corner here, and to celebrate, the Spokane Parks and Recreation will be holding some free pool parties. There will be 3 parties throughout the summer, and in previous years, these events included some free food and snow cones, although it hasn't been confirmed yet if those will be returning. The parties will take place at the A.M. Cannon Aquatic Center, Hilliard, and Liberty Aquatic Centers. For a full list of dates and times, head to KXLY.com. What goes better with a pool than a snow cone?
Yum.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are free this morning. The Chrisleys Know Best couple walks out of prison after a full presidential pardon. How it happened and what they're already planning.
And here is a live look outside as we kick off your Thursday morning here on Good Morning Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. We'll see you after the break.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
So according to Mr. Washington, we deserve a little room upgrade.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
Okay, how about a second opinion from the other Mr. Washington?
Are you a Camus Rewards member?
Yeah, why?
It's the only local players card that gives you the lowest possible rates on rooms and room upgrades, not to mention food and drinks throughout the property.
So I'm taking these back, right?
Membership matters with Camus Rewards, only at Northern Quest.
BECU wants to help celebrate your dad this June with the fantastic Father's Day contest. Send us a photo of your father and tell us the impact he's had on your life. He'll be entered for a chance to win a $100 gift card to Agers Meats. Fantastic Fathers. Brought to you by BECU.
Kerner Furniture's Memorial Day sale is in full swing.
So if you're looking for a new Lazy Boy, now is the time to buy.
Pick up the Collage Rocking Recliner by Lazy Boy. It looks great in every room.
The KC Rocking Recliner has a clean contemporary design with classic reclining comfort.
Shop our entire Lazy Boy selection and take advantage of Memorial Day pricing and our always guaranteed lowest Lazy Boy prices.
Make Kerner Furniture your go-to for Lazy Boy during our Memorial Day sale.
The award-winning Spokane Valley Summer Theater celebrates its 10th anniversary season. Experience the wit of Gilbert and Sullivan in The Pirates of Penzance, June 20th through July 6th. Be enraptured by the timeless music of Rodgers and Hammerstein in the regional premiere of A Grand Night for Singing, July 11th through the 19th. And see the hit sensation Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, August 1st through 17th. Tickets on sale now at svsummertheater.com or at 509-368-7897.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
Give us a call today.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood. And we'll always be there on 4 News Now.
Your next RV is waiting. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Don't miss it.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Back, your time right now is 6:17, and we're following some breaking news out of North Spokane. A major police response is happening right now near the intersection of Rockwell and Alberta, where SWAT teams and investigators are in the middle of what appears to be a standoff.
Yeah, from what we can see, at least 10 police vehicles are on scene, plus investigative units. Right now, we don't have too many details about what led to that standoff, but officers have the area blocked off and are asking people to stay away. Allison Martinez is on her way to that. We will be checking in live as soon as she gets all there and set up.
That's right. Well, let's take a live look outside this morning as we are kicking off our Thursday. Here's a look at the pavilion, the clock tower, coming off of a gorgeous day yesterday.
The sunshine's gone away here this morning.
Yeah, I've noticed.
The sun come up. It was looking so beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, with this little system coming through today, we are going to see mostly cloudy conditions for at least the first half of the day while we kind of get things settled out, and then this thing quickly moves out of here. So let's show you what's going on right now on live radar. This is over the last hour. You can kind of see it. Not much moisture coming along for the ride so far today. Just some showers up at the Cascades, some spotty sprinkles we've had in places like Omak, Moses Lake, into the Ephrata area as well. And here is what we can expect for later today, as a lot of that moisture is going to retreat up into our northern counties. So places like Republic, Colville, Bonners Ferry, and Sandpoint, you're going to be on the lookout for thunderstorms starting around midday and then lasting in some cases into the late afternoon. And as the day progresses across the Columbia Basin, not looking for rain, but we're going to be looking for gusty winds as cooler air moves in later on today behind a front. So a little gusty, fire danger going to come up a little bit as well, as it has been a little bit dry, and we have seen some fire starts over the past week in the Columbia Basin. So something to keep in mind. Not really a burning day. So our winds will start picking up already as we head towards the late morning. If we see any wet weather in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, which I think is fairly unlikely, it's going to happen between 11 o'clock and about 1 in the afternoon, as the bulk of the action happens much further north. So places like Deer Park, Elk, Newport, north of Spokane, places like Blanchard, and into Sandpoint. That's what we'll be looking for some more active activity in that time frame. Then as we get towards the afternoon, skies start to clear out in most places, and we'll end up right around 80 degrees. So 8 to 10 degrees cooler than we were at yesterday afternoon, but still well above our average, which is about 70 to 72 at this time of the year. And those winds will come up as well, as we mentioned before. sustained at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. We'll see gusts as high as 30 miles an hour right about that 5 o'clock time frame, gusting to high as 40 across the Columbia Basin. So it will be noticeably windy, especially across eastern Washington. Here are our highs elsewhere today. 80s for Bonners Ferry and Omak, 70s for Pullman, mid 80s for the LC Valley. As for this weekend, we're going to heat up again. Upper 80s, this is Chacolet Lake and the campground there. So a good swimming day Saturday. Sunday, not so much, as another cold front rolls through, and that will drop our temperatures significantly heading into early next week, where we'll also have a chance for a few showers on Monday.
We will need it by then.
Yes, we certainly will.
All right, Matt, thank you much. It's now 6:20.
A former Gonzaga standout is heading back to the Inland Northwest, only this time she's trading in her jersey for a whistle. Coming up next in Morning Sports, hear how Brenna Maxwell's former coach helped land her this new coaching gig.
I'm glad to have you with us on this gorgeous Thursday morning. Hang in there. We're just one day away from Friday. Back with more Good Morning Northwest right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Looks like we made it. Barry Manilow. The last Spokane concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only at Spokane Arena Friday, July 11th. Get tickets now at ticketswest.com.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new buffalo. Hurry in and try them today, only at DQ.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell & Hill. The advice is free.
Our team will review your case at no charge and let you know how best to proceed.
And if you decide you do need a lawyer,
remember, we win your case or it's free.
Russell & Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
It's Missisquoi Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
Former Gonzaga Bulldog Brenna Maxwell is bringing her talents back to the Inland Northwest. Except you won't see her beyond the arc. Rather on the Eastern Washington baseline as an assistant coach for the Eagles. Brenna was drafted 13th overall to the Chicago Sky in 2024, but after getting hurt early on in her professional career, it was time for a new chapter. To help her turn the page, Brenna leaned on her former coach.
Coach Lisa Fortier at Gonzaga is really good friends with Jody Gleason at Eastern, and she put in a really good word for me.
It's the connection that brings Brenna back to her second home.
I mean, as a player, I feel like I have experience of knowing what I want from a coach, and I can maybe be that for a player as well.
There's a learning curve going from court to clipboard.
It's just a whole new side of basketball.
But Brenna already has ideas on what type of mentor she wants to be.
Every coach I've had, I want to pull a little bit out of. And I think for the Gonzaga staff, the biggest thing they did for me was the way they developed my game. It's just like how individualized they made it and how much they really cared about that aspect of my game. It wasn't just about them winning games.
Brenna is swapping a jersey and the Zags logo for the Eags logo in an assistant coach job this upcoming season. Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
It'll be so fun to have her back home.
Yeah, welcome back. It's now 6:25.
A homeless encampment in North Spokane still has neighbors concerned. After the break, we're checking back in on the progress at Camp Dope and what neighbors say is still happening.
Plus, rural hospitals are closing, nurses leaving. But WSU has a new plan to keep healthcare workers in small towns. We'll look at the program training rural healthcare workers when we come back. And as we go to break, here's your first look. What's coming up on GMA.
In this morning's GMA First Look, shark encounters along the East Coast, from Rhode Island to the waters near Panama City Beach, Florida.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's right here. It's right here.
The man filming that tense moment speaking out to GMA.
I think she was initially shocked, and you think you're just going to the beach waist deep of water, but they could be anywhere. When you see a shark like that, you really want to stay calm and kind of make sure and gauge what the shark is doing. The shark was just swimming, not erratically, just very slowly, and just cruised on by.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on these encounters, as well as a possible shark bite in North Carolina, and hear from a shark expert about why these close calls might be more common than you realize. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to occasional stabbing and burning in my hands and feet. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinically studied amount of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Lactate is 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Delicious, too. Just ask my old friend Kevin.
Nothing like enjoying a cold one while watching the game. Who's winning?
We are, my friend. We are.
What are folks 60 and older learning these days?
New perspectives.
How to fix things.
Fun recipes.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Recreational fires can cause odors, smoke, and safety issues. You can help by following these rules. Keep your fire 2 feet high and 3 feet across, like this hula hoop. Burn only dry, natural firewood or manufactured logs, and keep all fires at least 25 feet away from structures. Attend the fire at all times and fully extinguish before leaving. Outdoor burning is restricted during fire danger conditions. Go to SpokaneCleanAir.org for details.
Here in the Northwest, no matter the season, adventure's calling. Coeur d'Alene Nissan has a truck for all 4 seasons. The Nissan Frontier is built for every challenge, from snow-covered roads to rainy days and everything in between. With a 310 horsepower V6 engine that comes standard, you have no trouble getting to the top of the ski hill or towing that boat to that favorite fishing hole. Come see why the Nissan Frontier outperforms the competition in every season. Nice trucks, nice people. Give us a try. Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up to highlight and congratulate high school and college graduates. Send us a photo of your senior, and 10 lucky students will be chosen to win a $50 gift card from STCU. Enter your senior photo today at KXLY.com.
We're following some breaking news out of North Spokane this morning. A major police response is happening near the intersection of Rockwell and Alberta, where SWAT teams and investigators are in the middle of what appears to be a standoff.
Yeah, we are seeing about 10 police cars on the scene, plus investigative units. Allison Martinez just arrived on the scene. She's gathering some information for us. Allison, what's going on there?
Yeah, this standoff might be coming to an end right now. We just saw one person exit the home that all of these cops in the SWAT vehicle are surrounding. They exited the home with their hands up, and as they were leaving, police were thanking them for cooperating and guiding them into the car. Here you can see up ahead what exactly we're seeing here. We've got multiple police cars lining this block, that black SWAT vehicle up ahead where that man did just enter. Now, we spoke with neighbors. They said that they heard gunshots around 4 o'clock this morning and that the standoff has been happening at least for the last 50 minutes. Now, we know that earlier this morning, one woman left the house that these cops are surrounding, and that woman was not under arrest. However, that man who we just watched exit is under arrest, it seems. Now, we've reached out to Spokane Police Department to get you more information about what exactly is happening here. We haven't had any of our questions answered, so we'll bring you that latest information as soon as we get it. For now, we're on the corner of Alberta and Rockwell, and this neighborhood is closed to traffic. However, the main road, you're free moving through there. There are no road closures. Again, we'll bring you the latest information as soon as it becomes available. But for now, reporting live in Spokane, Allison Martinez for News Now.
All right, Allison, thanks so much. Glad they're getting it buttoned up. Glover Middle School is right near there, and school starts in an hour or so.
Yeah. Thanks, Allison. We're going to turn things now over to meteorologist Matt Gray for a look at our first alert forecast as we're kicking off our morning here.
And it is quite warm as you step out the door this morning. About 60 degrees in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We saw a lot of sunshine to start early this morning when the sun came up. Now starting to see some clouds begin to work in there, and that's because we do have a weather system that's going to move through today. Cold front crossing the Cascades right now. Some showers out ahead of it, just producing some light showers and sprinkles in places like Moses Lake, Ephrata, around the Chelan area, and Omak, as well as Ritzville seeing showers we've gone through this morning. Here's a closer look at parts of Grant County where we're seeing a brief area of heavier rain moving in between Ephrata and Moses Lake on Highway 17. That's going to track up towards the Adco and Coulee City area later this morning. This is going to be a fast-moving front. Most of us are actually going to see gusty winds rather than rain, as any thunderstorms as we head to midday in the afternoon will be fairly isolated. I'll show you where we're expecting those to pop up here in a few minutes.
Matt, thanks. 1 month ago, we reported on a homeless encampment in North Spokane that neighbors call Camp Dope. Yesterday, we checked back in with the people living in that area to see how cleanup efforts are going. Neighbors say despite the property being cleaner than it was a month ago, they still face open drug use there, suspicious activity, and the fear of leaving their own homes. The sheriff's office says it has increased patrols, but neighbors feel that the core issues still remain.
It looks cleaner over there, but it's not much better. And actually, it's probably a little worse now because now everybody wants to hang out right here instead of over at the camp.
Neighbors say they won't feel safe until the property owner and the remaining trailers leave. The sheriff's office says it takes time to address these issues on private land, but neighbors are running out of patience.
Spokane County plans to open a sobering center with hopes of getting more people into drug treatment. The $13 million facility would expand the county's regional stabilization center. It would double the capacity of Spokane Treatment and Recovery Services, which is already helping hundreds of people get inpatient treatment.
Since we started that program in December, over 500 people have been admitted and then sent on to other services with an 85% success rate of getting them referred into either inpatient or community-based service.
The county hopes to have its sobering center built in early 2027. It recently received $3 million from the state legislature for that project.
A new program hopes to enhance health care in rural Washington communities by addressing workforce shortages and closures of smaller local hospitals. The Washington State University College of Nursing is launching a new program tailored to the needs of people who live in these rural areas. Students will have the opportunity to learn in their home communities to prepare them for the unique demands of rural nursing.
In a rural setting, one of the challenges we have in those settings is to maintain our nursing staff because we have a high turnover.
The program hopes to address that by building a stronger healthcare workforce. It's funded through a Washington Department of Health grant that will give the university $100,000 a year.
When it comes to your heart health, a new warning. A recent study says using marijuana, whether you smoke it or eat it in edibles, could increase your risk of early cardiovascular disease. The research found that vascular function was reduced by more than 40% in marijuana smokers. And for those who take THC edibles regularly, that function fell by 50%. The author of the study did not reveal why these habits could cause early heart disease, though.
Idaho won't execute any more death row inmates until at least July of 2026. That's when the firing squad will once again be the main form of execution in the state. Now, earlier this year, lawmakers passed a bill that replaced lethal injection as the primary form of execution. Right now, the Department of Corrections is working to retrofit an area of the maximum security institution to accommodate this change. States like Idaho have struggled to carry out lethal injection in the recent years because it's getting more difficult to obtain the chemicals. IDOC says it will take 6 to 9 months to get the area of that prison ready. Then the state will need to train the execution team.
A jewelry store safe emptied in what appeared to be like an Ocean's 11 heist, cutting through a roof and concrete to get inside.
Jewelry store owners in California are on notice that high-tech burglaries there are on the rise. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
Caught on camera, a brazen jewelry heist in Southern California.
Everything, bro! Okay. That's all the customer bro!
$2 million in jewels stolen at this family-owned store in Simi Valley.
This is a life-altering tragedy for us.
The thieves cutting a hole in the roof of the neighboring candy shop. One of the burglars then seen here sliding on the ground before covering the security cameras with spray paint. Then spending hours cutting through the wall and right into the jewelry store's 5,000-pound safe.
They cut through 8 inches of safe wall and concrete to get into my safe.
Inside, gold, cash, and heirloom jewels being repaired.
I can't fully give them back their grandma's diamonds or their grandpa's watch or anything. So that's the biggest loss for me.
Just last month, a similar burglary in Los Angeles. Thieves cutting through a neighboring building to get into a jewelry store, stealing nearly $20 million in goods. No word yet if the cases are related, but industry experts say the rising price of gold is motivating more professional, tech-savvy criminals. Crimes against jewelers fell last year, but the losses were actually higher, up 7% to more than $142 million. Some of those losses on display here. Suspects holding stacks of cash after targeting a jewelry store near New York City.
As business owners, we worry, who's next? Who's going to be the next person they're going to try and break into?
No arrests yet in those California burglaries. The owners of the store of the latest burglaries say they couldn't insure everything that was in the safe, so it's a total loss. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Wow. Yeah. Eye-popping. It is now 6:37.
Checking in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we're kicking off our Thursday morning. Yeah, it started really sunny and now it's getting kind of gloomy.
Yeah, it's going to be gloomy for the rest of the morning in places like Omak, where we've seen some sprinkles already at times this morning. And that sprinkly weather will continue through lunch in many places. We'll talk about who could see more than a sprinkle, maybe a rumble of thunder coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, 37 children die every year in hot cars. The simple routine that could save your child's life coming up.
Plus, mandatory driver's ed could soon extend to the age of 25. The debate over how to make Washington's young drivers safer. That story's coming up next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years.
And during the Memorial Day sales event, we're offering $1,000 extra on every trade-in. Plus, delayed payments for 120 days on all vehicles,
Including the new TRD trucks, loaded with options.
or the sporty 2025 RAV4 with great financing options available today.
So you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing. No way.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Good morning and welcome back. It's now 6:41. Every year, an average of 37 children are left or trapped in a car and die from heat stroke. During the summer, that's nearly 2 lives lost each week. Consumer Reports has a crucial warning for parents and caregivers, a message that could help prevent a tragedy. Since 1998, more than 1,000 children have died in hot cars. While May through September are the most common months for these tragic events, hot car deaths don't just occur in the summer heat. Consumer Reports testing found that even when it was 61 degrees Fahrenheit outside, the temperature inside a closed car reached more than 105 degrees in just 1 hour, an extremely dangerous and potentially fatal level for a child.
Children's bodies can't efficiently regulate their own temperature, and their bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's.
In most cases, it wasn't intentional. Nearly half of these tragedies happened when a caregiver simply forgot to drop the child off at daycare or preschool. Many of these heartbreaking incidents occur on Thursdays and Fridays at the end of a long work week, when stress and routine changes can cloud our judgment. Some car manufacturers have introduced technology that goes beyond just reminding drivers if they leave something behind in the back seat.
This advanced technology has the potential to save lives, not by just reminding parents to check the back seats, but by actually detecting rear occupants.
While this advancement is not widely available, you can find it in some Hyundai Genesis and Kia vehicles, and even the 2025 Toyota Sienna. Consumer Reports advice for all parents: create a routine with your own reminders every time you drive.
You can create a routine of visiting the back seat on every single trip by placing something of yours, like a purse or a jacket, your cell phone, in the back seat, even when your child is not with you. That way, when your child is traveling with you, your brain has already remembered to always go to the back seat.
It's an easy change in your routine that could save a life. The first death of 2025 occurred in New Jersey in March, when the air temperature outside was just 68 degrees. When police arrived at the scene, they recorded the temperature inside the car had risen to more than 96 degrees.
Boy, scary stuff. It's a very important information in that report. 10-second takeaway in your forecast. We got a cold front today, but it's not going to be really that cold. We're going to be staying warm for a while. We'll show you impacts for the rest of the day coming up.
For 18 to 25-year-olds who had not taken driver education, they had more than a 60% higher rate of crash involvement.
A new bill signed into law is expanding mandatory driver's ed up to 21 years old by the year 2030. Only 16 and 17-year-olds in the state of Washington have to take driver's ed before getting their license right now.
I'm a history major. I teach ELA. I teach a whole myriad of different subjects. But in a way, there's nothing that I've taught that is more important than driver education.
Alex Hansen, you just heard from there, is the president of the Washington Traffic Safety Education Association. He says this bill is a good start, but it doesn't address some key issues like the quality of driver's education offered online or adjustments he believes should be made to behind-the-wheel instruction.
Kids who have access to a driver education program in the local high school where they already attend, they're going to take it. But only 20 schools in the state of Washington currently still offer it, when almost every school back in the 90s, when I taught it, offered it. And almost everybody took it.
Some state legislators believe driver's ed should be mandatory up to the age of 25.
It is now 6:44. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday morning. Just one day to Friday. Back with more Good Morning Northwest right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Deal, Vorkholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone. And with 60 months no interest, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. But hurry, the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
No RV this Memorial Day? You missed out, but you don't have to miss the rest of the season. The Northwest RV Dealers Association have gathered the best RV dealers in one place. Over 1,000 new and used RVs at the lowest prices you'll see all year. Free admission, free parking, on-site immediate financing, travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, and truck campers. All the top brands, every price range. May 29th to June 1st. Your RV is waiting at the Spokane RV Expo sale. Learn more at RVExpoSale.com.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Get the freedom to save and 2.9% financing plus no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2025 Equinox models.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
We know your garage door is more than just a door. It's also curb appeal and security. That's why our expertly trained technicians bring precision to every install. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and a great investment for your home. Give us a call today.
It's Missisquoi Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by WSECU.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Time for your first alert forecast, and we are starting out very warm today. Temperatures at 60 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, mid-60s in the Columbia Basin, a few spots in the 50s. Either way, it is quite warm for this time of the year. After 80s and 90s yesterday, we did not get much of an opportunity to cool off overnight. Our wind's pretty calm as we start off the morning, so it is still and a little sticky out there as we get our day started, but we are going to see winds pick up as this cold front, I say that in quotes, moves across our area. Really, it's just going to bring us some wind and some opportunity in a couple areas for some wet weather. So gusts about 40 miles an hour, up to 40 miles an hour across the Waterville Plateau, the Banks Lake area, down to as far south as Moses Lake and Ritzville. Spokane could also see an occasional gust in the West Plains up to about 30 miles an hour, along with the Palouse. Elsewhere, it'll be windy, but gusts will only be in the 20s. Here's that cold front right now. It's trying to push its way across the Cascades. Moisture surrounding it, providing some light showers from time to time across central Washington right now. That continues through at least 9 or 10 o'clock, especially around the Omak area and around Republic as those mountains kind of enhance the rain production. Then as we get into the midday, if we see any wet weather for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, which I think is fairly unlikely, it's going to happen during this time frame as this first line of showers and thunderstorms tries to keep itself going around the I-90 corridor. Most of the action, though, is going to be up north. Republic, Colville, Medellin Falls, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, all a chance for some thunder as we get into the afternoon with the possibility of 1 or 2 strong thunderstorms. But as you can see here, by about 4 o'clock, we're talking about some very isolated coverage, so some real hit or miss stuff as we head into the back end of the day. And we'll see the sun come out almost everywhere before it sets late tonight. Here are your highs. So we were in the upper 80s in the Lions yesterday. How about upper 70s and low 80s? Mostly 70s on the Idaho side, mostly 80 degrees to about as warm as 85 as you head further west from Spokane down into the Columbia Basin. We have another front coming this weekend. It's going to be dry, but we are going to heat up back to similar temperatures to what we saw on Wednesday for the Chaclet Campground in Hayward State Park. If you're out camping this weekend, really good swimming weather for Saturday. Just remember that water's still pretty cold. A lot of snowpack still to melt. And then that cold front comes through. It'll be windy and much cooler as we head through Sunday. And we keep on getting cooler heading into early next week. We'll have a small chance for some showers and then start warming up by the time we get to about a week from now again.
Matt, thanks. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:50.
We are tracking a SWAT standoff in North Spokane. Allison Martinez will have a live update on the situation coming up.
Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
RV season starts here at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center, May 29th to June 1st.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years. And during the Memorial Day sales event, we're offering $1,000 extra on every trade-in, plus delayed payments for 120 days on all vehicles, including the new TRD trucks, loaded with options. Or the sporty 2025 RAV4 with great financing options available today. So you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
From urgent AC repairs to full system replacements, Bill's Heating and AC has you covered. See why thousands of local homeowners trust us for fast, honest heating and cooling services. We offer free second opinions, a lowest price guarantee, weekend service, free equipment quotes, and upfront pricing with no surprises. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make this summer more comfortable than ever.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Cindy Perger. She manages the My Bag program, which provides everyday necessities for children whose families have abused or neglected them.
Cindy is a devoted volunteer, helping hundreds of children get the essentials they need as they transition into foster care.
I see the backpacks on the shelf ready to go, and it's very satisfying to know that we're here helping those kids.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
Insurance companies are big, and they know it. They'll delay payment and deny valid claims,
hoping you'll give up and take a low-ball offer.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Injured and getting big-timed by the insurance company?
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Great news! The Memorial Day savings have been extended at Walker's Furniture, where all your favorite mattress brands are on sale. Enjoy even deeper discounts on Beautyrest, Serta, and 40 more styles. Plus, pay over time with 5 years no-interest financing, no money down, and no minimum purchase. It's your time to sleep better and spend less. Plus, get up to $300 of free furniture with select sets sold. Walker's Furniture, where quality sleep just costs less.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Your time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Thursday with the morning sprint.
It's a warm start to the morning, but we'll get cooler this afternoon. Meteorologist Matt Gray is watching a cold front this morning.
But we start first with Allison Martinez live at the scene of breaking news in North Spokane.
Yeah, we're here at a SWAT standoff that is still happening. We're in the Shadle Park neighborhood near Glover Middle School. And so far right now, police are on the loudspeaker trying to get someone to exit a home in this neighborhood. We've watched one man get escorted out. He was arrest just a few minutes ago, and before that, neighbors tell me that they watched a woman leave. She was not arrested. She also had a young girl who exited with her as well. Now, we spoke to neighbors. They say they heard gunshots around 4 o'clock this morning. This standoff has been happening for at least the last hour. We've reached out to the Spokane Police Department to bring you more information. We have not heard any response back at this point. If you're making your way through this area, only this neighborhood, we're on the corner of Alberta Alberta and Rockwell. That neighborhood is blocked off, but all of the main roads in the surrounding area are all moving freely. Now we'll bring you the latest updates on this on our website at KXLY.com.
Allison, thanks. School is back in session today in Cheney despite a scare yesterday that caused the evacuation of 2 high schools. According to the Cheney Police Department, a bomb threat came in as an anonymous tip online through the school district's website, targeting Cheney and 3 Springs high schools. In the last update we received, police say they did not find any indication of a bomb on campus and do not believe there's a real threat. As we continue to learn more details on this, we'll post them on KXLY.com. And for first alerts on news like this, download our KXLY app to receive push notifications.
And speaking of first alerts, if you're watching from some of our northern valleys this morning, you are going to have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We are going to have a small chance for a shower in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene sometime around lunch, but otherwise we'll be looking at windy conditions and clearing this afternoon.
A house fire earlier this week near Laclede in Bonner County quickly grew into a 7-acre wildfire, sending thick smoke over the area southwest of Sandpoint. Diesel and propane tanks on the property exploded, making the fire even more dangerous. Multiple fire crews, including the U.S. Forest Service, raced to contain the flames, which were under control within hours. Crews are still mopping up hot spots, though.
One of the responding agencies of that fire, Selkirk Fire, is actively seeking volunteer firefighters as the fire season intensifies. To qualify, you must be at least 18 years old, have a high school diploma or a GED, a valid driver's license with a good driving record, and pass both a background check and a drug screening. For more information, head to KXLY.com.
Elon Musk says his time leading the Department of Government Efficiency is coming to an end. According to the White House, the offboarding process happened last night. This comes as a group of Tesla investors urged Musk to commit at least 40 hours a week to running the electric vehicle company. In a letter, the shareholder said Musk's undivided attention is needed to fix Tesla's sales and failing stock prices. For updates on other members of DOGE who have stepped down, tune in to Good Morning America.
1 month ago, we reported on a homeless encampment in North Spokane that neighbors call Camp Dope. Yesterday, we checked back in with neighbors to see how things were going up there. Neighbors say despite the property being cleaner than it was a month ago, they're still facing open drug use, suspicious activity, and fear leaving their homes. The sheriff's office says it has increased patrols, but neighbors feel like the core issues still remain, and they won't feel safe until the property owner and the remaining trailers leave.
Spokane County plans to open a sobering center with hopes of getting more people into drug treatment. The $13 million facility would expand the county's regional stabilization center. It would double the capacity of Spokane Treatment and Recovery Services, which is already helping hundreds of people get inpatient treatment. The county hopes to have its sobering center built in early 2027. It recently received $3 million from the state legislature for the project.
This summer, Spokane Parks and Rec will host some free pool parties. There will be 3 parties throughout the summer. The parties will take place at A.M. Cannon Aquatic Center, Hilliard, and Liberty Aquatic Centers. For a full list of times and dates, head to KXLY.com.
Yeah, they usually have good snacks at those things. We're not sure yet. We haven't been told, but chances are pretty good they'll be there. And we'll be back with a final check of weather with Matt Gray coming up right after this break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
At Cal Cars, you never know what you'll find. Like all-wheel drives, tricked-out high-performance trucks, sporty low-mileage SUVs, and reliable, fun rides.
We always have cool rides at SoFast.
Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Toyota, Mercedes, BMW.
If you need a certain style of vehicle, we will find it for you. Plus, every rig comes with a 1-month, 1,000-mile warranty.
And $50 down is all you need.
The inventory changes quickly because we price them right.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swaff and Associates, it got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
We've started to cloud over a little bit in Spokane here as you look outside this morning. It is a mild start in the 60s. We'll only be up around 80 degrees today, still above average, but a lot cooler than yesterday. We'll be looking at more hot weather this weekend, followed by a big cool down next week. We'll keep on track of these isolated showers through the course of Good Morning America.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we have loved having you along. We hope you can stick around. We have live local updates for you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. And of course, GMA starts in just a couple seconds.